So today we are going to talk about carbon nanotubes. First of all, what are carbon nanotubes? So it is actually an allotrope of carbon, okay? Just like graphite, just like diamond. This is also an allotrope of carbon that resembles a tube of carbon atoms. So you can see the structure here. These are hexagonal structures which are formed by yes, which are formed by carbon atoms, right? So these are the hexagonal structures you can see here. I'm sorry. Yeah. So these are the hexagonal structures. You can see here these are hexagons and these are formed by carbon atoms. Okay, so this one is actually, the sheet is known as graphene. Graphene is actually a two-dimensional structure of graphite, you can say. So this is similar to graphite only but in 2D, and now this graphene is rolled up to form this kind of sheets. Okay, so on the basis of the number of graphene sheets that are rolled up to form this carbon nanotubes, they can be of two types. It can be either single walled or else it can be multi walled. So this is how a single walled carbon nanotube look like, because this is formed from a single sheet of graphene. So a single sheet of graphene is rolled up to form this kind of structure, and this is known as single walled. And the one which is double walled is multiple layers of graphene is rolled up to form multi walled carbon nanotubes. Now this carbon nanotube is also known as Bucky tube, and this is a 2D graphite, that is graphene is rolled cylindrically to make CNT, as I told already. Now what are the properties of carbon nanotube? Now because it is formed by this carbon atoms, and also this are formed by four carbon atoms together, leaving one electron remaining. Okay, so as a result of this, there are so many electrons that will be remaining towards the end after the formation of a complete structure. These electrons are freely available, and that helps in proper conductivity, electrical conductivity property. So this one property is due to the presence of multiple number of electrons. Okay, the other one is it has high strength and elasticity. So it is actually a formation of this hexagonal structure. Right, now this is again and again this one gets completed, and this gives it a high strength and proper elasticity properties. Other thing is because of the definitely because of the availability of this electrons, and because of its arrangement, because of the arrangement of carbon atoms. Carbon atoms actually form covalent type of bond, and as a result of this, it gives it proper thermal conductivity and expansion. Other one, when we go to the applications of, sorry, this is CNT. When we go to the applications of CNT, CNT is actually used in energy storage and also used in automotive parts, also used in sporting goods, then in water filters and coatings, etc. So all this are the applications, some of the uses of CNT. Other one is that due to its large surface area, okay, it has high surface area to volume. So surface area to volume is very high. So large surface area, and hence it can be utilized in pharmacy. Okay, so it can be utilized in pharmacy for absorbing some medical substances or anything like that. It can be used as, you can say, carriers. So that is one thing. So it can be used in pharmacy and medicine, right, as carriers, you can say. Other one is that because of their special characteristics, they can be used in drug delivery and biosensing platforms. So other one usage is it can be used in drug delivery and in biosensing platforms. It is also used in monitoring blood vessels. Okay, so it will also monitor blood vessels. These are the different applications of CNT. There are much more, like there are wide applications of CNT. The size of CNT is very very minute. That is, its diameter is around 1 to 3 nanometer. Okay, and its length is some micrometers in length. So that is one thing. They are very tiny, but they have all these properties, and hence this can be leveraged for various applications. That is about it. And if we check the UPSC question that was asked in Prelims 2020, the question was, with reference to carbon nanotubes CNT, consider the following statements. They can serve as carriers for drugs and antigens in the human body. So as I mentioned, they act as drug delivery agents, right? So this becomes correct. This is a correct option. They can be utilized to create artificial blood capillaries for treating injured tissue. As I mentioned earlier, they can be used in monitoring blood vessels, and they all these properties actually give it the another one usage, that is, it can be utilized even to create artificial blood capillaries as well. This is another one usage of CNT. So this is again correct. They are applicable in the development of biochemical sensors. Okay, they can be utilized in sensors as well. So that I have not mentioned it here, but this is one other usage of CNT. They can be used as biochemical sensors. Okay, and as I mentioned here already, that they can be utilized, to absorb medical substances. So all these are the different usages of CNT. So anyway, it is also used in the biochemical sensors. So this is again correct. Now, carbon nanotubes are capable of biodegradation. One thing that you need to understand here is that even though it was believed that yes, it has very strong structure, it has very strong bonds and all that, but one thing is that although it is not easily degradable under normal conditions, but in the presence of some kind of enzymes, this is found to be it can be degraded as well. So it is not like always it is degradable, but under certain conditions it is biodegradable as well. Okay, so even though it is really really strong, but still under certain conditions, like in the presence of certain enzymes like protease, okay, so this can be biodegraded. So this is also correct, and hence the option is D. Okay, so thank you for listening. Have a nice day.